Live, local, this is the award-winning News Watch.
And take whatever they can get and give you nothing for it. There's not enough money to buy what I have.
Residents in Clark County line up to dispute a power line that could run right through Clark County. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kelly Runyon. One by one, nearly 100 residents filled a church hall in Clark County to say they do not want a new power line put in their backyard. Ameren is planning to build a 345,000 volt transmission line that will run from Palmyra, Missouri to Sugar Creek, Indiana. Right now, the proposed route will take that line right through Marshall, and that's why Wednesday night residents participated in a rally. Newswatch's Savannah Tomei was at the event and joins us live in the studio with more. Good evening, Savannah.
Good evening, Kelly. I spent the evening listening to the many concerns residents have about this project, from losing land that's been in their family for generations to people worried about unknown health risks. Needless to say, with so many people that could be affected, emotions ran high.
I must love it more than I thought.
Here in Clark County, residents aren't very happy about Ameren's proposed transmission line project. The high voltage lines would go through some residents' land, but according to resident Shad to Grotenheis, losing their property isn't their biggest concern.
I am a cancer survivor. I don't want cancer again.
The U.S. Department of Energy has told residents in an email that there's not enough research to give a definitive answer on the health effects of these types of power lines. Illinois State Senator Dale Ryder says he's waiting on information from the Illinois Commerce Commission, who Ryder says he trusts to give him all the facts on the specifics and the risks of this project.
ICC, because they've got the ability to tell me things about the Ameren filing.
Last month, Ameren officials told Newswatch that if they could make the power lines avoid everyone, they would. But so far, that's not the plan for the project.
And the power line would run right behind where the tractor is.
Even the people in the area who wouldn't have power lines in their backyards believe having them around town would change their way of life and are willing to fight it.
Because if it's not you today, it will be you tomorrow.
This community has 7.5 months before the ICC has to make a decision on Ameren's project.
And continue to collect their stories about the expense, the inconvenience, the concerns they have, and make sure that the Illinois Commerce Commission, which is the entity that's ultimately going to make the ruling on this, has that information.
Until then, this community plans to do everything they can to change the course of this transmission line.
Everybody unite. Please unite, write letters. Let your senator, your representative know, because we need help now.
Now, representatives from Ameren were not present at last night's rally, and again, they have 7.5 months before the ICC has to make a decision on the 330-mile-long project.
Now, Savannah, we've talked a lot about the primary route for this project. Is this the only option?
Kelly, Ameren also filed an alternate route with the ICC, and Senator Ryder says the commission can choose to approve, deny, or even completely change the route altogether. But again, it'll be a few months before we have those answers. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Savannah Tomei. Kelly?
All right, thanks, Savannah, for that report. Of course, Newswatch will continue to follow the issue throughout its entirety and also investigate the commission's decision once that's made.
They say it's never too late to tell someone thank you, and Ron Jones of Mattoon is proof of that. Jones was honored today at a special ceremony at Lakeland College. While this veteran knew he was being honored for his military service, what he didn't know was how special the ceremony was going to be. Newswatch's Savannah Tomei reports.
9 miles of American flags and a stack of military records at the National Archives.
This medal, 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 this medal.
Led to a medal ceremony 40 years in the making. Ron Jones served in Vietnam. The service earned him a Bronze Star, the Air Medal, and the Purple Heart. But it wasn't until today that those honors, known only on paper, were finally presented to this Army veteran. And humble he was.
It's an honor. Didn't have to do all this, though, did they?
During Lakeland College's Veterans Week opening ceremony this morning, Director of Illinois Veterans Affairs Erica Borgren presented Jones with the medals, and the crowd gave him a standing ovation. Jones was awarded his medals through the work of Blake Leach, the college's veteran support officer.
The most honored thing I've ever done in my life, just to know that there's someone who's done so much to protect our freedom and was never formally recognized for it.
To Ron's brother David, the ceremony had a strong message that the sacrifices of all veterans shouldn't go unnoticed.
And I know it's been a long time coming, and it kind of got emotional, because I know what he's been through and what a lot of the other veterans have been through too, you know.
Ron and other veterans say there are lots of ways we can show our support for soldiers and veterans, small actions that make a big difference.
I'd like for everyone to write a soldier a letter if you could. Mail means more than anything. It really helps when you're a long ways from home.
No one can stress enough the importance of supporting our veterans because, in Ron's own words, not all wounds are visible. In Mattoon, I'm Savannah Tomei for WEIU Newswatch.
I say thank all of you and God bless.
Leach says several other events are coming up this week, including a care package drive for soldiers still overseas. For information about all of Lakeland's Veterans Week events, visit our website at weiu.net.
A lot of families will be traveling and leaving homes vacant.
That's right, and one local town has a service where someone will come and check on your home every day you're away. That someone is in a blue uniform. Newswatch's Savannah Tomei reports.
Here in the small town of Casey, residents usually know who's walking through their door. But with the holidays fast approaching and residents planning trips, the safety of their empty homes can be a concern.
Year that you are. And you know, around the holidays too. Just knowing that that seems to be a season where you hear of break-ins and that type of thing happening.
The Casey Police Department will now stop by residents' homes every day they're away to make sure everything is in order. Jeanette Husinga says she'd definitely let the department know if she was going out of town.
Absolutely. It would give me real peace of mind when I know that I have to be away.
Barb Conrad is an Effingham resident whose mother lives alone in Casey, and she says it gives her peace of mind knowing the police department will act as a watchdog for her mother's home.
Let's say that she's in the hospital for some unknown reason for an extended period of time. To know that the police could come by and check on her apartment would be just terrific.
Residents think that aside from the peace of mind, it may even prevent crimes that would have happened otherwise.
I think it would be a big deterrent to someone who might be knowing your patterns and maybe knowing that you go out of town and maybe you leave for the winter and you leave at certain times. If they know that that place is going to be checked, I think it would definitely make them think twice.
In case
To get your house checked on, you must fill out a form and submit it to the police department. The form is available on the City of Casey website under the City Services Police tab.